What's up, guys? Pablo here. We got a 2017 Ford Focus RS. That's right, Ford Focus RS, another one. But this one's a special one. This one's called
the Track Monster.
Yeah, this guy here, oh man, he's been my customer for like 3 years. I've known him for. The second year I known him, he ended up getting a motor from me. His name is Alex. What up, Alex? He's the owner of this
Track Monster.
Pretty much, this is kind of like the simple setup that we always sell. Stage 2 motors with cams, precision turbo, and ETS front mount, and intercooler piping, and intake. So yeah, with our port injection too. Can't forget about that. So pretty much he had this car for 2 years, with the built motor in it. And I've been asking him, since we haven't done a video on it, of how the car's doing and stuff like that. And this was at our old shop. So we end up bringing it back into the new shop 2 years later. How many miles on it?
About 24,440. About 5,000 with the motor.
Okay, and he basically dailies this every day.
Every single day.
Yeah, every single day. Yeah, and some of you guys can follow him at
Track Monster
at IG. Pretty much, you can actually see his whole progress from the start to the beginning. Well, from the beginning to the end. And it's been a long road, like he said. Pretty much, he got the motor from someone else, and what ended up happening was the first motor that he got, he popped, the usual RS stuff, and he ended up getting one of these other guys' motors instead of getting one of ours. And ended up happening was that he kind of toasted that motor, I should say. What I mean toasted it, the rings itself kind of lost tension on it. It was a used motor that he bought. He didn't know what he was getting himself into. I told him about it, but hey, what can you do, right, Alex? Lesson learned. So obviously he came back to me, Speed Performance, and then pretty much asked us what we could do. So we helped him out, since we know the guy, we helped him out. And basically, we came up with one of our first stage 2s that we kind of put together, and pretty much 5,000 miles on the motor, still
driven daily miles with the port injection, 8-port injection, NX2 drop-in turbo. It's just consistent. That's all I can say. The main thing today that I learned is that this car has been consistent since I bought it here, and that's all that you want when you invest this much money and time into a car, especially if you're still making payments on it. But I'm almost done. Anyway, but yes, you definitely come to the right people the first time around, and lesson learned.
But this is not. We're not bragging though. We're not bragging. Just to say we're not bragging, man. I see a lot of people out there that have problems, man. Hear stories and stuff like that. And it's kind of sickening though, because I do this for a living. I have a heart, and
looked out big time. Appreciate it though.
We take care of people. We actually have one out there, another one. I have one behind me here too. But like I said, we're humble, pretty much. Not try to be, we're humble. We don't blast out what happens with other people's bills or whatever the case is.
Thing is, when you do quality work, and you get it done right the first time, you don't have to be like me. I've been through several motors, and it's pretty much been because of my lack of experience. I was told, again, through friends, and I came here to Speed Performance years ago, and I kind of was like on the fence. It's like, I went with the popular guy, and lo and behold, the popular guy sold me a piece of junk, but we're not gonna go there. Anyway, since I've been here, everything has been consistent. Like Pablo said, stage 2, drop-in turbo, the whole process was a breeze. And
oh yeah, one more thing though. He does have a precision turbo, and it does have the factory precision turbo wastegate.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have that.
Yeah, I had to put that in there.
Just get what the manufacturer recommends. It doesn't have that aftermarket wastegate that other people are telling you to get. You don't need it. Power is very consistent.
Now let's go over to his dyno graph here now. All right. The yellow one was the one from 2 years ago. Basically, you can see, you know, making same power. Brought it back, just bumped it up a little bit, and we actually got 536 out of it. And pretty much, you know, things like a track monster. You know, like I said, you know,
Track monster.
just consistent, you know, motor's good, you know, after 2 years and stuff like that, 5,000 miles on it. So right now we're gonna go for a test drive, right?
Oh yeah, we're going on a test drive. We always go on a test drive. I love it though. I love it. This thing has just been, it feels like, you know, mission accomplished. I'm staying on top of the maintenance like everyone should, and it's just been reliable.
Yeah, one thing, guys, a lot of people who have these cars always forget about their catch can. I don't know, it's just a thing. Catch cans have to be drained every oil change and checked at every, you know, 1,500 miles or something like that.
Especially when it's daily driven.
Yeah.
Catch can is important. I checked it before I got here, drained it 2 weeks ago. I'm just on the maintenance. You gotta be on it.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go take it for a ride on this track monster and see what this track monster will do.